Where are we? What is this place? Was it built by like an architect or something? No. I heard it was built by gamers. Hey everybody,
Russia is the new Ohio.
Oh. So you probably already know what content farms are. You're not stupid. I'm not going to explain it to you. There's AI content farms. There's Roblox content farms. There's digital circus content farms.
Omni's going to be at the strip club today.
And sometimes when an astronomically rare set of circumstances come together perfectly, a channel can be all three of those at once. Wikipedia officially lists 3 channels as content farms, those being 5 Minute Crafts, Brightside, and Troom Troom, alongside Grokpedia, so just a really high bar. But one such content farm that's really stuck with me since I first learned about it is one by the name of Built by Gamers. You might know them from such classics as...
Oh, they should actually add that.
Yeah, the game would go viral, but look at this, it's John Pork.
I briefly brought them up in my Backrooms video, which is a good video, go watch it, but I want to make a full video on them because a minute and a half is not nearly enough. Anyway, I hope this video doesn't come off as mean-spirited. This isn't meant to be a hate video. I just love the ridiculousness of this whole channel.
No, I'm telling you, if your dog smiles, it's not happy.
So, Built by Gamers is not just these 2 guys. These 2 guys are what I know them the most for, and that's what this video is going to be about. But Built by Gamers is more of like a conglomerate. That's what it started out as, at least. It began in 2019 as, I guess, like an esports organization, but according to the Wikipedia Valorant wiki, the most trustworthy source of information on this World Wide Web, they stopped doing esports stuff in 2023, and I guess just decided to go all in on this podcast. And that's the main thing I'm talking about in this video. It's the Built by Gamers podcast. They describe their channel as gaming, theories, storytelling, and lore. Like one of those is true at most. Built by Gamers is a podcast that talks about just about anything, but mostly Skibbity Toilet. Why do they do this? Because Russia is the new Ohio. Obviously. Sorry, I'm probably going to reference that a couple more times in this video. What the hell does that mean? This podcast is hosted by primarily 2 guys, GPet and Overpay. Other people come in sometimes and make appearances, but if you've seen any of their clips online, it was most likely these 2 guys you saw. According to Know Your Meme, the channel in its current form began in June of 2022. Again, not the greatest source, but it's the best I've got. Can't imagine Carla Zeus cares enough about fucking Skibbity Toilet to get CNN to cover this. However, the first published shorts still up on this channel are from February of 2022. You can tell it was initially meant as an esports thing because they're all about competitive Fortnite. You can also tell this was before they went under the knife and got lobotomized because they actually sound sane here. Eventually, they started doing more general content about other games such as Overwatch and CSGO and whatnot. But however, on April 8th, 2022, they would upload this video, 3 ways to escape the backrooms, which, by the way, he didn't explain a single way to escape the backrooms. Like, if you were trapped in the backrooms and you had enough battery percentage on your phone to watch one video and you clicked on this one, you're a fucking goner, dude. That sucks.
I don't have a transition theme song.
But this unassuming video about the backrooms was the very start of the descent into utter insanity. Watching this video is like watching Dante while he's still lost in the dark forest right before he goes through the 9 scrolls of hell. This backrooms video was uploaded right when Kane Pitchell's Backrooms series was taking off, and this one ended up getting way more views than all the surrounding videos, so I assume that played at least a small part in where they're at now. And the backrooms aren't really brain rot in and of itself, but you know, like any other piece of internet horror that has emerged in the past 5 years, it's kind of just turned into that to an extent because a bunch of kids ended up watching Backrooms content, and because of that, we all believe all children should be boiled. The thing is, some of their videos are completely sane. A couple of their long form videos are regular challenge videos like trading a penny into a Ferrari or playing weird mobile games, but I guess something inside of them just snapped, and I guess now they're compelled to talk about Poppy Playtime all the time. However, that backroom stuff is not the only kind of brain rot they talk about. There are also frequent commentators on You Know It, You Love It, Skibbity Toilet. There's like 400 videos about Skibbity Toilet, dude. I'm not saying adults shouldn't be invested in kids' content, but there is no way fucking Skibbity Toilet needs this much analysis. They also present the lore recaps completely seriously as well, and it's kind of funny to me. This brain rot culminated in what I consider to this day to still be their magnum opus. Entities Revive Plants vs. Zombies. It's not the most viewed video on any of their channels, but it's probably the most ridiculous. The entire thing is just kind of incoherent. I got a couple parts I want to bring up. One, there's the clip that I already showed. That's the whole John Pork thing. Why did he bring up John Pork out of nowhere? The world may never know, but man, is it funny. Two, it's meant to be about new mods and characters that should be added to Plants vs. Zombies, and those ideas are brought up, but they start multiple new thoughts and ideas and then don't go anywhere with them. GPET proposes the idea of the bendy P shooting ink instead of wrenches, and Overpay is like, that's a great idea. And then that train of thought just ends. It doesn't go anywhere else. 3. The first couple frames have the text healthy entities. What does this mean? What do you mean by healthy and what do you mean by entities? They don't explain this. I only played Plants vs. Zombies like once. Is entities like a nickname for the plants or something? 4. Some of the way things are phrased in this video are so funny to me. A couple of my favorites are,
shoot, even Shadow. How the game would go viral. It's an Ender P. It shoots Minecraft blocks.
I take back everything I said. That is brilliant. These guys are onto something. The name of this segment is Misinformation, but that feels a little harsh because it's really not that serious at the end of the day. The lies don't like sway the results of elections or anything. Maybe they have. I don't know. I don't know how other people's brains work. But they are lying. Some of the videos that they've made are just straight bullshit. It'll be 45 seconds of just straight, unadulterated lies presented completely straight. For example, one type of misinformation found in these videos are a lot of their videos about the backrooms involve them just making up levels that don't exist. A notable one that I brought up in my aforementioned backrooms video is a little quote-unquote level called Aqualand with smiling fish and this set of things you have to accomplish to get out. Aqualand is not a real level. No one has ever talked about a level called Aqualand before this video was made or since this video was made. There are water levels. None of them are called Aqualand or have smiling fish or anything. The other thing that they do a lot of is about a lot of theories regarding various web series and video games and whatnot. But again, these theories have never been talked about before by anyone else. Like this one about Soulless Peach. Who is Soulless Peach? That is not a real character. I looked it up. No one else has ever talked about Soulless Peach before besides these guys, but they present it as if it's some theory that we all know. Or maybe I'm just out of the loop. Comment yes or no to whether you've ever heard of Soulless Peach for a chance to win a gift card giveaway. Again, this is like a really small, insignificant thing in the grand scheme of everything. I'm thinking way too hard about made-up backrooms levels, but man, why would they make these things up? They probably could have gotten just as many views with levels and video game urban legends that actually exist. People have pointed this out before, but at least some of these strips are surely AI. This channel was at its peak right when generative AI was starting to get there and develop a semblance of coherence, but it was still bad enough that it would just still spout nonsense sometimes. You remember that time. So it's led some people, myself included, to think that these guys just use AI to make these strips. They could have easily put in prompts and asked AI to make a script filled with nonsense, and that would make sense based off the kind of scripts that are present, but I guess we'll never know. But I only use AI for non-nefarious role-playing purposes, so I'm not going to claim anything definitively about their AI use. Two more things I want to bring up. First is their merchandise situation. They sell a bunch of different pieces of merchandise like any YouTuber does. Mine's coming soon, don't worry. But every single piece of merchandise that they have is hats and shirts with just the word gamer on them. That's it. Their whole merch shop is just that, which I think is really funny. I feel like you would want to have at least one piece of merchandise that advertises your channel in some way, but I guess not. Maybe these guys have secretly figured out this stratagem to selling merch, and maybe they've sold like 50 million units of gamer snapback hat red. Who knows, man? Second, the comments they leave are just as bizarre as the videos they make. The most normal kindergarten conversation. Kindergarten is OP. We gonna get out of the backrooms with this one. Be careful. I don't know who's running the comments on this channel, but never change. Please don't ever stop making incoherent comments. Those are two things that were really of utmost importance for me to bring up, but I couldn't find a place to fit it in any of the other parts. That's the anomaly that is the Built by Gamers YouTube channel. Again, I hope I didn't come off too harshly. This podcast really does provide me with a lot of joy. I really love it. Also, they have a really successful YouTube podcast. That's more than whatever I've got going on. Yeah, this video was kind of like a nothing video. I don't really have a point to make. That's kind of all my videos, but this one especially was just me talking to hear the sound of my own voice. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy some of my other videos. I am deleting every single video of mine in exactly 9 years' time, so watch them while you still can before they become lost media, because lost media is liminal. Also, check out my Twitch as well if you're at all interested. I'm live there sometimes. Anyway, my name is Van. This has been Zwoulth. Zwoulth. Bye.